Jeff Grubb, GamesBeat here. Got the Xbox One Elite controller. Going to run you through a few sort of setups I've been using for different games, different kinds of games. And right here, right out of the case, this is the one I've been using for first-person shooters mostly. I've been playing Halo. Now, keep in mind, you could change a lot of things about this controller, and even the standard Xbox One controller using the new Xbox Accessories app on the Xbox One. But that's not really what we're going to be talking about here today. Today we're talking about the actual physical changes you can make to the controller. So make sure I'm in focus here. There we go. So this is the one I've been using for first-person shooters. Basically, and if you're not aware, I have a review of this up already. But if you're not aware, the sticks, the D-pad, and the paddles can all be removed and changed around. This comes with 2 different D-pads. It comes with 3 different sets of sticks, and these are the only paddles. But you can take them off if they're going to get in the way. But I've been playing Halo 5, and this is the setup I've been using. And let me explain why this works for first-person shooters. If you could see, let's try to get this level here. You can see the different heights of these different analog sticks. So what this enables me to do is get very precise movement on the right stick of my aim. And this is a little bit shorter, but still pretty big. So I could still kind of get some really good control here, really precise movement, but I can also move it quickly to any one side to sort of to make quick adjustments while I'm playing. At the same time, I have all 4 paddles on, which means I can keep all 4 fingers on these buttons, and I have them all set to the face buttons. So I never have to take my right thumb off the analog stick. I could just hit the back buttons, the paddles, so I could be jumping around by hitting this button while aiming without having to take my thumb off the button to jump, because that's a wasted movement. So with this controller, I no longer have to worry about that, and that's something we've seen with Scuff, but it works great with this awesome controller. Let's see. Also, I prefer this cross D-pad for most things. It feels great. It's not quite as it feels a little bit more accurate, like I know what I'm pressing. So now I'm going to show you sort of what it's like to kind of take the controller apart and get it set up for, let's say, an adventure game like Assassin's Creed. For that one, I am going to first remove the back paddles. And it's as easy as sort of just lifting them up and setting them down. I'm also going to remove both of these analog sticks. So here's the case. You can see that each one just has its own place in the case. That rhymed, and I didn't mean it to rhyme. And you can just pop it in there, and it's best to just kind of put everything away right away. Otherwise, you're going to end up losing stuff, and that'll be a real bummer. They have a $150 controller with missing parts. Oop, that's the wrong spot. So, for something like Assassin's Creed, an adventure game, what I'm going to do is put away these sticks. Well, actually, I'm going to exchange one, but here's the super long, great for first-person shooter stick. And I'm going to take and replace that with this shorter one right here. This is a standard size stick. Let me compare them side by side so you can get a good view. There you go. You can see the difference. It's almost twice, maybe 2.5 times as high, almost 3 times as high. It's twice as high. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm terrible at measuring. So I'm going to put that long one away. And that's back in there. And then I'm going to use this shorter stick and use that as my movement. Because a game like Assassin's Creed, you don't need to be so accurate on the stick when you're moving. But I do want a little bit more accurate camera control, so I'm going to take the medium-sized one, the one that has the sort of convex PlayStation-style nub, and put that on my right controller. So now I have a gamepad that I think is ideal for action games. Games where I don't need to, it doesn't matter if I take my thumb off the right stick. So all the back paddles are gone. The sticks are both shorter than they were before. And it's now just a super comfortable, awesome, kind of standard Xbox One controller with slightly different sticks. Now, let's talk about games where you maybe want more accurate controls for motion. I think a good example is Trials, the motorcycle like platforming game. For that one, I would actually, again, keep all the paddles off. They'll kind of only get in the way. And just go ahead and switch this medium-sized one over here and put the shorter one over here. Or go ahead and keep a medium-sized one here and put a medium-sized one there. And now we have sort of the best of both worlds. Now, if you're not familiar with Trials, you can make your character lean back and forth. And so this will give me sort of a better chance of hitting those in-between leans. He doesn't just go all the way forward, all the way back. You could sort of go in between. You could also adjust quickly or slowly. And since it's a medium-sized stick, I can have that sort of control of motion without sort of losing the complete ability to slam the stick left and right for quick motion, for quick back and forth actions. And again, those are kind of like the three basic ones that I would point to. Of course, you have racing games where maybe you'll want just these paddles for like doing paddle shifting. So you just have two on there. And then you can also either keep a medium stick or a long stick. And now you have paddle shifters and a really good control of the steering wheel and quick look with the camera stick. And again, that's a really quick shift. That's a really quick change. If you're hopping around from game after game, this can get kind of frustrating because you're like, oh god, all these paddles are in the way now for my action game, and if I accidentally hit a button, that's going to be a problem. But I just find that this is it's worth $150 if you are going to be taking advantage of all these different scenarios that you could put the controller in. If anyone has any other suggestions for different setups that they would like to see kind of me test out, or suggestions for that maybe I missed for some of the kind of games I've talked about so far, I'd love to hear them. Let's talk about them in the comments on both the story here on GamesBeat.com and on YouTube, and we'll kind of go over some more. If you haven't checked out my review yet, I'll post a link to that in the description below, as well as an unboxing video, which is mostly just a first impression kind of thing, less of an unboxing, more of just like this is what it feels like to take the thing out of the box. I think with that, we are done. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Like, subscribe, all that bullcrap, and I will get you next time.